Oh yeah, oh yeah. Can't we live, man?
We live. We back at it, man.
Man, we are live, man. Welcome back to No Excuses, man. Cap,
What's up? What's up?
man, tell the good people at home what to do, man, before we go any further.
Man, like, comment, share, subscribe, hit the post notification so you know when we post. Go follow our page on Facebook, No Excuses channel. Keep running us up, man.
Oh man, oh man. So, matter of fact, man, before we get into our first topic, I do want to throw this little some quick NFL news in because we talked about it at the end of last week's pod. So we can start this week pod off with we closed last week talking about remember the Packers cut Jay Alexander. I just
Yeah,
seen earlier today Baltimore Ravens just signed Jay Alexander. So what you think that's
yeah.
gonna do for Baltimore? Because I love that move.
Oh yeah, that's a great move. That's gonna definitely elevate their secondary.
Right,
Definitely.
fair. I think now granted, football, even more than basketball, really boils down to coming to postseason, who healthy and who ain't. That's obvious, right?
Yeah,
But
yeah,
let's say, for the sake of this conversation, Baltimore stay healthy. That's a secondary that consists of Jair Alexander, Marlon Humphrey, Kyle Hamilton at safety. They just drafted the kid Malachi Starks out of Georgia. That's a
yeah,
secondary.
yeah.
That's a
Hell
move. That's a
yeah,
move.
yeah, yeah,
The
yeah.
Ravens get Jair Alexander. They just shook shit up in the AFC.
It
It
did.
did.
It did. It did. It
I'm
did.
damn near ready to put Baltimore at the only reason I gotta respect Mahomes and Kansas City. They have been to the AFC Championship every year that Mahomes been a starter. So I can't
Yeah.
put Baltimore over them. I'm not doing that. What I am, and guess what? Buffalo beat Baltimore last year in the playoffs. True. I think this move for me right now puts Baltimore above Buffalo. Right
Yeah,
now.
yeah, yeah, definitely, definitely. Yeah. Right now, as of right now today, yeah. Getting Jai Alexander was a huge move, man. Yes.
Like that was big, man. That's a big move.
Yeah.
That is
Damn
that
sure.
is a big move, man. But we'll get more into that move as we work into football season. Because right now, it's kind of that ain't the biggest thing going on in the sports world today. As we know, the Oklahoma City Thunder lead the Indiana Pacers in the NBA Finals right now. The series is 3-2, Game 6 tomorrow night in Indiana. So, man, question: will the Thunder close this series tomorrow night?
I think they will, just because I think at this point I feel like the Thunder then figured the Pacers out. Um, I think Tyrese Halliburton, the uncertainty of him playing, even though I think he probably will play, they say he a game time decision. I think they're gonna, rush him back out there, but I still don't think a calf strain is something serious, man. You just don't bounce back off there. It take more than 2 days to bounce back from a calf injury, man. Like that's a serious injury. That and like a hamstring injury, it take a while to get yourself back. You know what I'm saying from that. So I just that uncertainty with that, and man, the way that Shea and Jalen Williams that duo been playing in this series has been unprecedented. Like it's beautiful to watch, man. Like I knew Jalen Williams was a good player, but man, the performance that this boy putting on in this finals, man, I didn't expect all this what he doing, man. Like he going crazy. Like that nigga did a Kobe. That nigga did a Kobe move on the defender the other night. Like that's Kobe esque what he did. Like I didn't think that Jalen Williams had all that in his bag. I knew he was a good player, but I didn't know he was capable of doing all of that. So
You talking
at the
about you
at
talking about
the
the fadeaway?
yeah, yeah, yeah,
Hold up,
yeah,
I'm just keep going. Fat. Hold up. Now, game 5 was Monday night, right?
yeah,
Wasn't it Monday?
yeah,
Fat. I thought that fadeaway jumper he did was so goddamn cold. I promise you. I just tweeted about that shit today.
Yeah,
I
yeah,
swear to God, I just tweeted about that shit today.
yeah. That was cold.
I
That
ain't
that
let that
that
jump off my mind since that nigga did that shit. But my bad, keep going on. My bad, my
yeah.
bad.
That turnaround pump, that turnaround fake, like that's Kobe S, man. Like in a midi, a 17, 19 footer. Come on, man. That was beautiful. Like if they playing at that rate, you know what I'm saying? If Shea gonna keep getting that, Jalen Williams will what he already bring with his 30, good luck, man. It's good luck. Cause you know what Shea gonna give you. Like I told you before the series started, he walk in the arena with hey, he write on a piece of paper 30 and put it in his pocket when he go in the arena. You know what he gonna bring
Fact.
you every night.
That's a fact.
So if you get Jalen Williams to give you to get 40, come on, man. Like, and then the other players that stepping up, like Caruso and Dort and all them boys stepping up on the defensive end and making wide open threes. Like them playing at that rate, man. I just think the Thunder has finally figured it out now. I think they was going through a little, young phase, like when they was getting them comebacks was happening. They actually, engaging and locking in like they pulled off the other night. Because the Pacers start making the comeback, then they end up, okay, we done been in this situation. They done did this to us twice now. So now we know how to react in this situation now. So I think they slowly but surely they figured it out now. So I think me personally, I think the series over. You know what I'm saying? That's even if let's say for the sake of argument, the Pacers do win tomorrow night. I still like the Thunder to win the series, man. I just can't see a world where the Pacers win this game and then they got to go to OKC and beat the Thunder in OKC in Game 7. That's a tough task. That's a tall task to ask. And then you don't know if your star player or whatever you make out of Halliburton, him not being 100%. I don't like how that I don't like how that sit well with the Pacers. So I don't know, man. I like the Thunder, man. I like the Thunder to close it out in 6. Could be wrong, but I'm gonna roll with the Thunder, man.
You know, I'm gonna be honest, man. I'm gonna be honest. Will the Thunder close it in 6? I think it's time for us to start having an honest conversation with ourselves, and that conversation really just kind of goes like, "Fat, this series should be over. The Thunder should be champions now."
The series should be 4-1.
Game 5, that should have been the Jalen Williams 40-point game. SGA go for
Yeah.
31 with like 4 blocks and all that good. That was supposed to end this series because,
Yeah.
and granted, man, look here, we can call them the comeback kids. They play with a lot of heart. They play with a lot of heart, man. Anybody that know me know I don't give NBA coaches a lot of credit. So for me, I respect the hell out of Rick Carlisle because I think
Yeah.
they're very under. I think they are well overmatched against the Thunder. So the fact that they
Yeah.
fought the way that they have, they've made this series more interesting than it was supposed to be to the general
Yeah.
public. But
Yeah.
I just watching this series, man, and the Pacers have won twice, and I congratulations to them. They could very well win this next game. We'll go to a game 7. I have no whatever, right? I've been watching. I done seen enough, man. The Thunder are by far a better basketball team. It's not even close.
Yeah.
It's not close.
Yeah, it ain't close. Yeah.
The Pacers don't have an answer for SGA or J Dub.
No,
Neither one
they
of them.
don't.
They could
No.
get to the goal, get to the cup whenever they get ready to.
Yeah.
If the
Yeah.
Thunder hitting open threes,
Yeah.
they have no shot.
Yeah. They have no
And
shot at
Fat,
all.
I
Yeah.
say all that, and I'm not gonna say he's been off for the entire series because I don't think sometimes I might be a little hard or critical of this player, but I've yet to see Chet Holmgren play what I would consider to be a B plus game.
Yeah.
Like, I don't even think Chet
Yeah.
been that good in this series, to be honest. And it's
Yeah.
still they've just been so well overmatched that it just really hasn't mattered.
Yeah.
I just the Thunder, man, they too deep, they're too good defensively. SGA, J Dub is the Thunder can control this game in so many different ways. I do think the Thunder closed this out at 6 before the series started. When we gave our official predictions for this finals, I picked the Thunder to win it in 6. Give me the Thunder closing out tomorrow in the game 6. Confetti falling down in the away team building, man. I think the Thunder close this out tomorrow. I don't think there will be a game 7. I don't.
Nah, me neither.
I don't. Like, I'm to the point. I will be shocked if the Pacers win tomorrow. Shocked.
I can't really see it, man.
Losing game 4, I think that took the rest of the fight that they had. I think you saw that down the stretch in game 5. I think game 6, the Thunder smell blood. The Thunder smell blood. They're really in this shit. And I think they get it done in 6. I do. I can't see how this get back to Oklahoma City without it being a goddamn parade.
Yeah, I can't see it getting back to OKC, just like the points you made, man. It's just that smell blood, you know what I'm saying? J-Dub playing out of his mind, Shea, and the contribution they get from players like Caruso and Dort and all that. Man, they clicking on all cylinders now. It's clicking now.
Clicking ain't the word, man. Clicking ain't even.
Yeah.
You can use the word clicking, but man, it's the Thunder. What makes the Thunder so good? If anybody been paying attention and watching these games, what makes the Thunder so good is, you know, when you watching teams play, a team are going to run an 8-0 run, a 10-0 run, a 16-4 run, right? It's normally good offense. You know what I'm saying? Get a couple stops. In fact, the Thunder can go on a 12-0 run with like 5 straight steals. Yeah. Like
that's what they've been doing all year.
Go on just from executing at that high of a level on the defensive end of the floor. And let's be honest, man, defense don't really exist in the NBA no more, to be honest. So watching the Thunder do what they're able to do defensively, it's extremely impressive, man. It's very impressive.
Yeah, for sure.
It's very impressive, man. I don't see a world where the Pacers can win this series. I don't.
No.
And now you throw in the fact that Halliburton is hampered at least.
Yeah.
Which is, to be honest, Halliburton ain't really did much this whole series anyway.
Nah, he really hasn't.
Now he gonna come out there, and if he's playing, he's gonna be not 100% healthy. That don't exactly bode well. That's not exactly a recipe for success, in my opinion. I think the Thunder win tomorrow night by double digits.
Yeah.
I think the Thunder closed this series out in Indiana by double digits.
Yeah, I can see it.
But I do.
Yeah. I'm with you.
Oh, man. Anybody got any other thoughts, man, about how they think this series is going to end, man? Get in the comments. Let me know, man. Pacers going to win it or it get to a game 7. We'll see. I picked the Thunder in 6 before it started, so I'm going down with the shit with my prediction, man.
Yeah.
Oh, man. More basketball talk, man. More basketball talk. It came out last week. I can't remember if it was maybe Friday or Saturday, but Shams reported Kevin Durant listed his preferred trade options. I think the teams were Miami,
San Antonio,
Miami, Houston, San Antonio, right?
Yeah. Yeah.
There was the Miami Heat, Houston Rockets, San Antonio Spurs. Fat, where do you think Kevin Durant will play basketball at next season?
I think he get in San Antonio, man. I think he get in San Antonio because I'm seeing where they got draft ain't it a pick the number 2 and the number 14 pick that they can trade up to get him or something like that. Ain't it something like that, Q?
Yep.
Yeah, they got all the assets, man, to get him. Houston got the assets too, man, but I think KD want to play with Wemby, man. I think he want to take Wendy up under his wing and, teach him the ropes, you know what I'm saying, for the last couple of years that he going to be in the NBA and stuff like that. However long KD play, you know what I'm saying. But I think he want to just mentor Wemby. You know what I'm saying? Which is nothing wrong with that. And I like the basketball fit, man. You know what I'm saying? Only thing that I probably question a little bit, I think Wemby gonna have to be in the post a little bit more than he is, because I don't want 2 7-footers to be at the perimeter the whole time. You know what I'm saying? And KD not a player that play in the post. That's not his game. You know what I'm saying? That never was his game. So I like to see, how that mesh, and how, is Wemby gonna start like posting up a little bit more than he does. You know what I'm saying? Like, I like to see that dynamic and how that work. De'Aaron Fox, I think De'Aaron Fox is a solid player. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, I like the basketball fit, man. And I don't think you gonna, if you do get KD, I don't think your bench won't be as bad. Like if you was to get somebody like Giannis, because you got to give up your whole damn near your whole team to get somebody like Giannis. Because Giannis young, he's still in his prime of his career. You know what I'm saying? I think KD, he costs less, so it make more sense. You know what I'm saying? But I don't really like the Miami. I don't think that really moved the needle for me. Him going to Miami, I'm not really crazy about that, because I don't know who the Suns will want from the Heat. Like, who they gonna get? And they don't really got no assets that's, what I'm saying, that's really desirable for somebody to really want for real. You know what I'm saying? Like, I just don't see that fit. The only two I really see is, like I say, Houston or San Antonio, which I said San Antonio, but I can see Houston too. You know what I'm saying? They can get rid of, Jalen Green. You feel me? They got they got the Suns draft capital. You know what I'm saying? They when they traded for damn, I can't remember what they traded some how did they get they draft capital again, Q?
How did the Rockets get the
Yeah,
Suns draft capital?
yeah, yeah.
Um,
They got some of their picks, I know.
yeah, I can't think of it right now, fam. I can't think of it right now.
Yeah. That's what I'm saying. But I know they got some of their picks. They got some of their picks. So if Phoenix wants some of their picks back, they can do that. You know what I'm saying? Send KD to Houston, which would make sense. But I think he want to be with. I think the reason he said San Antonio for a reason is because I really think he want to get Wemby under his wing and teach Wemby and mentor Wemby. So I think that's a good fit. You know what I'm saying? San Antonio, out of these teams that selected that he wanted to go to, I think San Antonio the best fit. But don't be surprised if it's a dark horse that he go to, because they already reported that teams like the Raptors that been reaching out to the Suns. I heard somewhere the Clippers trying to do some dark horse shit. Be a dark horse in the KD sweepstakes. It's a lot of different teams they done said, you know what I'm saying? So don't be surprised if it's a dark horse that, actually get him, you know what I'm saying? But I think it's going to be one of them 3 that he desired, you know what I'm saying? But don't be surprised if it's a dark horse. Reports came out and said that he didn't want to be with go to the Timberwolves. The Timberwolves was really trying to get him, you know what I'm saying? Like, they trying to put like a 2 or 3 team deal package together to get KD, but KD said he didn't want to be. KD said he didn't want to be in Minnesota. So I don't know what's that about. You know what I'm saying? They thought that Ant was trying to recruit him, but they reports came out yesterday and said like Ant was in Atlanta. You know what I'm saying? His hometown, working out. You know what I'm saying? Trying to perfect this craft. Getting better and shit. So and seem like Ant one he really don't care if KD come or if he if he do, if he don't. So I don't know what it is why he won't want to go to Minnesota and play alongside Ant. I think that'll be some cool shit. You know what I'm saying? I think that could be another young player he can mentor and take up under his wing. So and then another thing, like Ant said, that's his favorite player all the time. I think that'll be some dope shit. Just the chemistry they have together, just based off that. You know what I'm saying? Them going back and forth with each other during the Olympics and shit like that. So I think that would be a dope duo. But if the man don't want to go there, hell, shit, hey, what can we do? We can't force a motherfucker to go somewhere if he don't want to go there. So I I think the San Antonio Spurs probably the best option for him right now. But who knows, man?
Where will he get traded? If I had to pick between them three destinations, which one I think could be the best team, like as far as trying to win the championship, I agree with your San Antonio point because I think him, Wemby, and De'Aaron Fox, you got. So I think you got that's a nice nucleus. I do like the thought of him and Wemby with De'Aaron Fox. I do like that. Him in Houston, I'm gonna be honest, that don't really move me. I'm not really moved
No,
by him in Houston. Not
no.
because Houston got good players. They was the 2 seed this year. My problem is I'm not sure putting him with Houston is gonna get past Oklahoma City.
That's what I'm saying.
You
I
go
don't.
you gonna need motherfuckers that's cut a little different to get past the Thunder. Putting
Yeah.
Durant with Şengün, who Şengün is a good player, I'm not sure this getting by the Thunder.
Hell no.
KD with Wemby and De'Aaron Fox, now we got a fight.
Yeah, you got a fighting chance.
Now you have a fight.
Yeah.
Him in Miami, I think that's strictly for financial reasons because Florida ain't got no state tax. And I keep hearing people say, oh, well, he can go there and he can be part of the Heat culture. And naked man, stop. Miss me with this Heat culture. That shit overrated. I be talking about, man. The Heat culture is them niggas ain't won shit since LeBron and Wade left.
Yeah.
Miss me with y'all Heat culture. Stop.
I don't know why. Yeah, that ain't. Yeah.
Stop.
Yeah, that don't move me.
Basketball games is having very talented players.
Yeah.
Hell, fat, you ain't even a big Jimmy Butler guy. You will say since Jimmy left, they ain't did shit.
Nah, they haven't.
Jimmy just left this year, fat. I think did they make the playoffs?
I don't know. Hell, no, they no.
If they did. They got swept in the first round.
Did
I'm not sure they made the playoffs this year.
I think they did. I think they played the Cavs.
They did. They got swept.
Yeah, in the first round. Yeah, they played the Cavs.
You know, miss me with your Heat culture stuff. I think that would strictly be for financial reasons. I'm gonna throw one in here because you said Minnesota. I got one for you. Denver.
Yeah. Yeah.
Denver.
Yeah.
Michael Porter Jr. I can't think of the other dude, man. Light skinned dude came off the bench. He got talent though. He a decent player. I just can't call out his goddamn name right now. But them two, some picks. Phoenix, Kevin Durant, Jokic, Jamal Murray.
Yeah. I like that.
Now we got action.
Yeah, I like that. Yeah.
Because I don't think Russ coming back.
Nah, he not.
Because if I'm not mistaken, I think I saw the other day that Russ opted out of his 1-year deal. He opted out of his contract.
Yeah.
So I don't think Russ coming back. Although if I can't get Durant, if I was the Nuggets, I would bring because Russ actually played pretty good with the goddamn the Nuggets this year.
Yeah.
If I can't get Durant, if I was the Nuggets, I would try to bring Russell Westbrook back. I would. But I would like if where do I want to see Durant go? Denver.
Yeah.
Denver.
Yeah.
Denver or Dallas.
Yeah. But the thing is, like I say, Q, it could be a dark horse. That's not out of the realm of possibility. Like just because that's the 3 teams he want to be traded to, nigga, that don't mean he gonna go there. You know what I'm saying? Because the Suns got leverage in some way. Yeah, if he get traded, yeah. Because the Suns got leverage.
If he gets traded. Because you can read all the stuff you want about Giannis going here, Giannis going there. I don't think Giannis going nowhere.
Yeah, me neither.
I have to see Giannis in another uniform for me to even believe that he got traded. I think Giannis is one of the last few people left in sports that really believe in loyalty.
Yeah.
I don't think he wants to go nowhere. I don't.
Yeah, me neither. I think Giannis gonna retire, but
I think Giannis is fine and content with his 1 ring and his 2 MVPs and his Defensive Player of the Year award trophy and all the first team All NBAs right there in Milwaukee. I don't think Giannis going nowhere. I don't.
Yeah.
I don't. And I'm be honest.
Yeah, but with
I'm be honest. We're gonna get more into this when we get to our last segment for the day. But that ain't no bad career. I kind of like it.
Yeah. But yeah, with the KD situation, the Suns got some leverage in some way. The Suns got some leverage. You know what I'm saying? Because he do got one more year on his deal. You know what I'm saying? They can let him play throughout this season and then off season, come back next year around this time. You'll be a free agent. You can sign wherever you want to go. Which it can go like that too. You know what I'm saying? That's why I was telling you when I had came in your room and was talking about that. But yeah, it could be a dark horse. I wouldn't rule it out, man. Like just because them the three teams he desired to be to, I mean the go to, that don't mean that that's gonna take place. Look at that Kawhi situation back in 2019. I think it was like 2018, 2019, somewhere around that time when he was trying to go to the Clippers at first. You know, they sent him to Toronto. You know what I'm saying? That wasn't his trade destination. He wanted to go to the Clippers. But they like, nah, nigga, you going here. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
So that could be one of the same situations with this Kevin Durant situation, man. You gotta all that plays a factor. You know what I'm saying? Because the Suns, they still got some leverage in some kind of way, man. You know what I'm saying?
The Suns have leverage. I agree with you that they have leverage. They don't have quite as much leverage as I believe that you think they have, only because he only got 1 year left on that deal.
Yeah,
So it's either
yeah,
trade him now and get something back, or a year from now he walks away for nothing.
yeah, yeah,
I think that's where the leverage kind of fall in KD's favor. The problem for
yeah.
KD is, which is why the Suns do have the leverage. Like, if we just gonna be completely honest about it, because KD can't trade himself. Too,
That's what
they
I'm
can send
saying.
KD wherever the fuck they want to send him to. I think they
That's
can
what
get
I'm
rid of him.
saying.
So
That's basically what
that
I'm
I agree
saying.
with. That
Yeah,
I agree with.
yeah,
That I agree
yeah,
with. I think
yeah,
what I'm saying is the Suns don't have the leverage because they kind of have to trade KD. They just
yeah,
control where they can trade him to.
yeah,
I
yeah,
think we both saying the same thing, just in a different way.
yeah, 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 yeah.
So with
So
I
what
think
you
I'm
got?
looking
What you
at it.
got?
I'm thinking
What?
about him in Denver or him in San Antonio because I'm looking at what I'm seeing right now with Oklahoma City. Shea, SGA, Chet, Lou Dort, Caruso, Hardenstein, Fat. I don't think none of these boys are going nowhere for the next 2-3 years.
That's what I'm saying, man.
I think all of them under contract for at least the next couple years, right?
Yeah,
And if I'm pretty sure Shea finna get another extension, so he ain't finna go nowhere no time soon, right? I'm watching this series with them and the Pacers. And the Pacers like to play up and down and fast pace and all that. The thing about the NBA playoffs, man, especially as you get deeper in the playoffs, as good as the Pacers have tried to play the Thunder in this series, when it comes to critical moments in the game, it comes down to, do you have players on your team that can do two things? Crunch time. I can give you the ball and you go get a bucket on this end, and on the other end you can get a stop.
yeah.
That's the difference between the Thunder and the Pacers right now. The Pacers don't. Who you giving the ball to for the Pacers and saying, nigga, go get a bucket?
They
Probably
don't really
Pascal
have.
Siakam.
They
Siakam's
really
a
don't
good
have.
player. I like Pascal Siakam.
Yeah,
I think Pascal Siakam low-key might be the best player on the goddamn Pacers, but that might
yeah,
be controversial.
yeah,
Pascal Siakam, while he's a good player and is all right, because I think he's an underrated player, to be honest. He's not Kevin Durant.
no,
You need somebody like a Kevin Durant that you can give the ball to and say, go get a bucket.
yeah, yeah,
Like, that's
yeah,
what wins in the critical play. This is where the greats become legends.
yeah,
Like, you
yeah.
understand what I'm saying? So I want to see. Real talk. What I'd like to see. I think Kevin Durant is at a stage in his career now, man. Him, LeBron, and Curry. They're all still great players. Like, still top 10, 15-ish players. All still great players. I don't think Kevin Durant can necessarily still be the driving force, number one option on the championship team. Guess what?
Nah,
He at what? He 18, 19. He like 37, 38 years old. He's not supposed to be no more. Guess what? LeBron can no longer be the number one option on the championship team. That's why Lakers went and got Luka. I guess
yeah,
what? And people might believe it because this game is different. I don't think Steph Curry can still be the number one option on the championship team anymore. Now, granted,
yeah,
he got hurt this year in the playoffs, in that series against Minnesota. But Fat, if they beat Minnesota, I don't think the Warriors stand a chance against the Thunder.
No.
Like I don't think they beat the Thunder.
No.
I don't. So while there are players that are, it's hard to say that they passed it. Well, no, excuse me. They passed their prime, but they're not washed versions of themselves. What I mean by that is Steph Curry is still a very productive, very good player. So was Durant. So was LeBron. They just ain't what they were 10 years ago.
No.
You understand? Like, which they shouldn't be. You know what I'm saying?
No. Yeah.
So I would like to see Durant go somewhere else, man, and make one more deep playoff run. I do.
Yeah.
I do.
Yeah.
I want to see Durant in at least one more conference finals, whether it's Western or Eastern. I don't care. I want to see Durant, man, in another Western Conference or NBA Finals. I do.
Yeah. Yeah.
I want Durant's next stop. I want Durant's next stop. If he can clean up his image in most people's eyes, he don't have to do it for me, because I think he's one of the greatest that we've ever seen, regardless of what you feel about his Golden State decision. I want Durant to go somewhere else, man, and lead. I want him to lead a game with people talking more highly of them than they are right now. Because right now, the narrative around Durant is that you just can't win with him, and he's no longer a winning player, which is, I think that's a crock of bullshit. But you do have evidence that supports that. Like, let's call it what it is, man. The Brooklyn Nets situation, well, I don't think it was his fault at all, because James Harden was hurt. Kyrie missed a bunch of games and whatnot. But the Brooklyn Nets experience, that big three, it failed.
Yeah.
The experience in Phoenix has been a disaster. And what I can say is Phoenix went to an NBA Finals and Durant got there. They ain't been nowhere back near it. I'm not saying that's Durant's fault, because I think that's more or less ownership, management, poorly constructed roster, because Durant still averaging 26 a game. I think Booker averaging 25, 26 a game. This team around them ain't shit. And Bradley.
And then you keep swapping. Then you keep swapping coaches every year. You ain't getting but a year or two out of these coaches. You coach swapping every year.
So while,
you know what I'm saying?
while I'm not blaming, I don't blame Durant for these situations not necessarily working out. I'm just saying I know how the public perceives it.
Yeah. Yeah.
That's just my opinion, Bill. All right, we got one last topic for today, man. Speaking of, I said I want to see Durant compete for another championship, man, go another deep playoff run. LeBron James on his podcast, Mind the Game, that he used to do with JJ Redick. JJ Redick became the head coach of the Los Angeles Lakers. Now LeBron James does that podcast with former NBA player, Hall of Famer, former NBA head coach of the Brooklyn Nets with Kevin Durant, Kyrie Irving, Steve Nash.
Yeah.
So LeBron made a comment basically saying he don't understand why basketball discourse is all about like winning the championship is the end all be all. He used examples so y'all trying to tell me that players like Allen Iverson and Charles Barkley and his co-host Steve Nash they don't belong in all-time great conversations because they didn't win titles. He then went to use the football parallel. He said Peyton Manning, y'all trying to say Peyton Manning don't belong in the conversation with the Mahomeses and the Brady's because he's only got one ring. What he misspoke was Peyton Manning has 2 rings. I only saw the clip, so I'm not sure if he came back and cleaned that up or not. I'm pretty sure LeBron know Peyton Manning got 2 rings. I'm pretty sure he know that.
Yeah.
Point is, he made his comments. What are your thoughts on LeBron's comments on ring culture?
Well, for me,
ring culture, do you agree with him? Has ring culture kind of ruined the way that we discuss basketball? I just want to talk basketball.
Yeah, I have to agree with him, man, because we sometimes we overvalue a ring, with using it as what it is, a team success or individual success. You know what I'm saying? Individually, if you was one of the best players in your generation and we know you was one of the best players in your generation, why can't you be in these conversations with these other great players? You know what I'm saying? Like he used Allen Iverson, for example, you know what I'm saying? Charles Barkley, players like that. We know how great they is, man, but they don't have a championship to show. But I don't think that's the end all be all because that don't make me think that they're not a great basketball player. You know what I'm saying? Like James Harden had a great, a great NBA. He has having a great NBA career, but I don't think, what I'm saying, if he don't never win a ring, that don't make me not think that he's not uh one of the greatest guards to ever play. You know what I'm saying? That don't knock it for me. But I think people take rings sometimes and overvalue it with certain situations. Like take somebody like and this is not me, shading anybody. Take somebody like Derek Fisher. Derek Fisher got what 4 or 5 rings. Not taking
Like
Derek
five.
nothing away from not taking nothing away from Derek Fisher. Derek Fisher was clutch, all of this stuff. Made big shots for the Lakers, showed up in big moments.
Like Derek Fisher was a good player.
Was a good player. We don't discuss him in these conversations with, like Chris Paul and all these, and Chris Paul ain't got no championship. We don't put him in these conversations with Chris Paul, and he got 5 rings. So that's just an example right there. Y'all overvalue it. You know what I'm saying? Who was when I look at rings as somebody that's like a superstar like LeBron and Kobe and all of them, of course, you know what I'm saying? They earn that right, you know what I'm saying? Okay, with them winning the championship, it's not what I'm trying to say. With them winning the championship, like it was more pressure on them because we knew how great they really was. So, like we like watching LeBron play and you see what he went through with Cleveland in the first stint of Cleveland, you knew he deserved to win a championship. So you was happy that he got that championship. Like he needed that championship. Like I already thought he was an all-time great, but the way that people look at the game, that validate and make you, you know what I'm saying, okay, this will make him all-time great because he got multiple championships. But I think you winning one a ring like Giannis. I think Giannis is an all-time great. He got 1 ring, but I still think he an all-time great. I just think we sometimes that these people overvalue championships and think just because if you don't do this, if you don't win these such amount of rings and MVPs, that you know what I'm saying, can't be in finals MVPs and be in these conversations, you know what I'm saying, you're not as great because you didn't, win no championship. I don't look at it like that, you know what I'm saying, because there's a lot of great players that didn't win a ring, you know what I'm saying? So that's why I'm at with, I think some people be overvaluing it sometimes, you know what I'm saying? Oh man, if he don't win the championship, his that put and they love to use this, that what's the word they always be using when they say when they always say that something about your legacy. When they be saying, yeah, what you saying now?
A stain on your legacy.
Yeah, they be saying stuff like that. It's a stain on your legacy if you don't win this ring or get this MVP and shit like that. Like, I don't need Giannis to win another ring and a Finals MVP to submit his legacy. I think Giannis is already a legend. Like, I don't need to see no more. Like, just like Joker. Joker got 1 ring, 3, 4 MVPs. I think he's a cemented legend in this game. Like, I don't think you have to win all them goddamn rings to submit your legacy. You know what I'm saying? I think Chris Paul ain't got no rings. I think his legacy is cemented, though. I think Chris Paul one of the greatest point guards to ever play.
They call him point guard.
Point guard. You know what I'm saying? If he don't win the ring, cool. In his generation, in all time, niggas know CP3, man. Fact. CP3 one of the greatest point guards ever, and he ain't got nan ring. So I think y'all be overvaluing these rings when it comes to these players, bro. Like it ain't fair in some ways because some people was in situations where it was a little bit harder than other players was. You know what I'm saying? Like Damian Lillard, he played for the Trailblazers all them years. He was in the hard West. You know what I'm saying? The West hard. You feel me? It's hard to win in the West like that area. So he had to go against, Steph out every time, or he was around when the San Antonio Spurs was good, the OKC and all them boys. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
It was hard for me. It was hard for me to get over the hump, man. You know what I'm saying? Like the West is hard. It been hard. So I don't fault Damian Lillard for that. Nigga, he went against the Golden State Warriors with Kevin Durant on it. Did you think he was gonna win that? Prime Warriors. Like, I don't fault him for not being able to beat them. Nigga, nobody could beat them when they was at their apex. Like, the only person that beat them was LeBron. That's before, they went and got KD.
Kevin Durant joining that Warriors team, they got a legitimate case to be the greatest basketball team ever. Them are one of the iterations of the Jordan Bulls.
That's what I'm saying. Like, when they got together, I don't knock. That's like James Harden. James Harden, they got named.
They in that conversation too, though.
Yeah, that's just like James Harden. He went against the Warriors every year. You know what I'm saying? Then they added Kevin Durant. He couldn't beat him without Durant. Then Durant joined. Oh, now he has no shot. The only shot they had that year is when Chris Paul had joined them in that 2018 playoff semifinals, conference final, but CP3 got hurt.
In fact, I think Houston would have won that year too if Chris Paul didn't get hurt.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Yeah,
they would have won that.
But him not winning, never beating the Warriors with them teams that the Warriors had, that don't knock James Harden's legacy for me. No, I think his legacy is spinning. I think James Harden is one of the better players of his generation.
Facts.
I do. The dude averaged 36 points a game and won MVP in a season.
Facts.
He was.
I'm gonna tell you.
Man.
This is what I think this is what the rings thing does, right? Before I really get into LeBron comment, because you just brought up it, you just said James Harden. I think that's interesting, right? That is very interesting. I think when you look at their basketball careers and you really analyze it and you go player for player, I think James Harden and Kawhi Leonard should be more of a debate than what it really is.
Yeah.
Kawhi missed a whole bunch of goddamn games. Kawhi do got the 2 rings and the 2 finals MVPs. Now that one he won at San Antonio, they just gave that to somebody. He averaged like 15 a game in that series. But nonetheless, all I'm saying is James Harden got a whole lot of top 5 MVP finishes. Finishes. He won an MVP. If I'm not mistaken, I know he got at least 1, maybe 2 scoring titles. A lot of All-NBA teams, a lot of All-Star teams. James Harden and Kawhi Leonard should be more of a discussion than it ever actually is. And Kawhi got the better career, I agree. I'm just saying it should be closer than what it probably is to people. And the only reason why is because of, I think, part of what LeBron was saying. Whenever he said something like, y'all telling me Peyton Manning can't be at the table. Take Peyton Manning off the table. Y'all sitting up here telling me Aaron Rodgers can't sit in the same room with Tom Brady and Patrick Mahomes. Why the fuck not? I watched Aaron Rodgers. I saw him on 2 eyes.
Exactly.
Me and Tom was having this conversation the other day off mic. Now, granted, what I was saying was people don't put Aaron Rodgers in that conversation. I do.
Yeah.
Other people don't. I do.
Yeah.
Because for me, man, I knew winning rings is very important because winning championships is the end all be all. That will fuck. Winning championships make you a made man. Then I heard Steve Nash say, which made sense to me, well, when you get 1, now you got to get 2. Now you got to get 3. Now you get, because I'm with you. Giannis ain't got to win that another. Giannis can stay in Milwaukee, collect stats, and get put out in the first round, and nigga, he a Hall of Famer. The greatest Milwaukee player of all time.
Yeah.
Stephen A. Smith said on TV the other day, if Giannis had won another ring in his career, he underachieved. Fact, this man is a 2-time MVP, a Defensive Player of the Year award winner, a champion, and a Finals MVP, and made however many All-Stars and first-team All-NBAs. And let's be honest, he at one point in time, he had the unofficial title of best in the world.
Yeah.
At one point in time, Giannis was the best player in the world.
Yeah, he was.
And Stephen A. Smith got the nerve, and I like, I'm a fan of Stephen A. He got the nerve to say, if Giannis won another ring, he underachieved.
Yeah, shit like that. That's
right
what I'm talking about.
LeBron point.
Yeah, shit like that.
That's
yeah.
What
like,
the
that's
fuck
so
are we
crazy.
talking about?
Like his legacy is cemented, nigga.
Since Win is winning multiple MVPs, winning a ring, a Finals MVP, a Defensive Player of the Year, you made a wazoo amount of money. You the greatest player
Yeah.
ever in the history of a franchise, and you did it the right way. You stayed down. You didn't go join nobody else to do it. They built a team around you. Fat. How could that career be viewed as underachieving because he only won one ring?
That's what I'm saying.
That is my point. Ring culture
Yeah.
been destroyed.
Or no rings. Or no rings.
And I ain't gonna lie to you. As I get older, man, and I think back on a lot of the debates that we used to have, like with Tank, you know what I'm saying, because Tank a big LeBron fan, I ain't gonna lie to you, man, I kind of get some of the shit Tank was saying then. It's starting to make a little more sense to me now.
Yeah.
Some of that shit Tank was saying back then that I thought was kind of wild, I think I'm not going, no, man, Tank low-key had a point.
Y'all sometimes overvalue championships.
You know what
they
I'm
do.
saying? Like, because I look back now, man, and I go, okay, let's even with LeBron. Now, granted, with somebody like LeBron is in what we call LeBron is put in GOAT conversation with the Jordans and the Kareems and the Bradys and the Tiger Woods. You know, when you in those conversations, maybe we can't start counting rings. I ain't got a problem with that. What I'm saying is,
when you're that good, listen, Q, hold on, Q, before you go further. When you're in the tier of a LeBron James, a Kobe, that's understandable winning the ring for y'all because y'all are that good to win the ring.
Fact.
Like y'all are one-on-ones. Like Steph Curry, like of course, like come on, man.
I'm gonna tell you when the discourse, whenever this discourse, the way that we count rings, when it stopped making sense. People say LeBron only got 4 rings. Only.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
That's
insane. That's insane, man. That shit crazy.
It don't make sense. It don't make sense.
Only 4 championships. That's crazy.
Like people say Aaron Rodgers in Green Bay underachieved. He won a Super Bowl MVP, and 4 regular season MVPs. He underachieved. Do we hear what the fuck we're saying?
Yeah, it's crazy, man.
It don't make sense. It don't make sense, man.
Yeah.
And I'll be honest, man. The whole ring count thing that got to the point now is kind of stupid to me because, granted, I can't say it's stupid because ring. I'm always value a ring. Don't get it twisted.
Yeah.
Just for me, man, it's not the end all be all, man. Like, okay, I'm gonna give you a player that was a key contributor for a team that won a bunch of rings versus a player that didn't, right? Versus a player that didn't. If I'm not mistaken, in that Spurs run, I think Tony Parker won 4 championships.
Yeah.
I think Tony Parker won at least 1 Finals MVP, maybe even 2. I know he got at least 1 Finals MVP. Okay, stay with me. Chris Paul has no rings. Allen Iverson has no rings. They all play point guard. Who the 3rd best point guard in that group?
What'd you say? Oh, Tony Parker.
And I like Tony Parker. I think Tony Parker's underrated.
Yeah.
Tony Parker is not better than Chris Paul or Allen Iverson.
No.
He's just not.
No.
Like, and so I think that be some of what, because whenever people try to give you the off the wall extreme example, they hit you with Robert Horry got 7 rings. Robert Horry, shout out Robert Horry from the state of Alabama, 7-time NBA champion. Robert Horry was always a role player, a damn good, very valuable role player, but a role player. So whenever we do the Robert Horry versus Charles Barkley comparison, we comparing a franchise player to a very valuable role player. So that's not
a piece of that. Yeah.
I think Tony Parker is more of Tony Parker was a key contributor, was a starter. Tony Parker versus Chris Paul, man. I'm sorry, it's not a discussion to me. I'm taking Chris Paul every day.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
I don't think it's a discussion.
No, it's not.
I think that's people's problem with the people that count the ring. That's even like right now, Philadelphia just won a Super Bowl. Jalen Hurts won Super Bowl MVP. It's people now. I heard Shady McCoy on TV say Jalen Hurts was better than Joe Burrow. Get the fuck out of here, man.
Man, stop.
I got my Alabama hat on, nigga. I love Jalen Hurts. Jalen Hurts and Joe Burrow don't belong in the same sentence, family.
No. Jalen Hurts can't fuck with Joe
they
Burrow.
don't, and I know that because I watch football.
Yeah.
I don't
Nah, he
need
can't
nobody
fuck
to
with
tell
Joe
me what
Cool.
stats, none of that. I know for a fact who the better quarterback is. It's Joe Burrow
Nah.
by a gap.
Yeah, he can't fuck with Joe Cool now.
No disrespect to Jalen Hurts. I think Hurts a damn good player. But stop.
Yeah, for sure. But better than Joe Burrow? No.
Stop.
No.
It don't even make sense. Joe Burrow's missed the playoff the past 2 years. That's fine and dandy. He's still a better quarterback than Jalen Hurts.
That's why I say some of y'all be overvaluing just a little bit. Some of y'all be overvaluing these rings. Like Jalen Hurts is a hell of a player. Jalen Hurts is I'm not saying he's not a good player.
Topic I want to do next week. I want to talk about quarterbacks next week and how today quarterbacks are overvalued by a lot of people, including the media.
Yeah.
We doing that next week.
Yeah. Y'all see that ring on somebody's resume and lose y'all mind, man. That ring make y'all senseless, man. Like it make y'all forget.
Man, I already seen people try to go in and you know what I'm saying, disagree and you know what I'm saying, try to get at LeBron about his comment. And they taking his words and they twisting that to be some shit that he didn't even goddamn say. Because now they talking about, well, if the rings didn't matter, then why did he go to Miami and why did he do all this? That ain't what the fuck he said. He didn't say nothing. He didn't say winning rings didn't matter. He said it ain't the end all be all. But of course, y'all take shit and run with it so you can have a narrative to spin off of it and say it however you want to make it sound to your audience. That's fine and dandy. I, for one, I ain't gonna lie to you. And I'm not saying this because I'm a LeBron fan. I do agree with LeBron on this comment. I do.
I agree with him. Cause I know what he's trying to say.
I've been saying.
I know what he's trying to say, man. He basically, like I said, he basically saying, man, sometimes y'all do a little bit too much with the rings. Fact. Y'all try to make it seem like if this guy don't do such and such, his legacy is tainted because he didn't do this. When he already didn't cemented his legacy, he one of the best players of his generation. You know what I'm saying? So like I say, James Harden is an example. Chris Paul, you know what I'm saying? We keep naming names. Damian Lillard, he's one of the best of his generation. Like, I think their legacy is submitted as being one of the greatest, you know, in their generation. So that don't really make me devalue what they did for the game.
Fact, man.
Yeah.
Oh man, you got anything else?
Nah, that'll be it. I'm good.
Oh man, well we showed up, man. We appreciate y'all for tuning in and watching this episode of No Excuses. Be sure you like, comment, share, subscribe, man. Make sure you subscribe to the channel, man. Get a video of the thumbs up on Facebook and on YouTube, man. We appreciate everybody watching, man. There's No Excuses. And we out.
We out.